Hey everybody, Tyler Howell, owner and general manager at Whole Property Management Denver. And did you know that the price that you list your rental at initially has a huge effect on what's going to happen over the coming weeks? So when we think about listing a brand new rental property, we see something called the new listing effect, or sometimes referred to as like a freshness window of about 14 days. This 2 week period is going to see the most amounts of clicks that your listing is going to see regardless of how long it is listed. So what happens is when you first list your property, it's featured at the top of the search results on sites like Zillow and apartments.com. And residents or potential renters even get email alerts when they have set a saved search for that matches your property's criteria. So those people are coming to look at your property. You're showing it at the top of those results. And you're getting, some studies have showed something like 65% of your total clicks will happen in the first 14 days. So what this means for landlords is that you really need to get away from this thought process of, hey, let's see, or let's try X dollars a month just to see what happens, because we can always come down. The problem with that is that by the time you end up lowering your price, which is probably a couple or a few weeks later, if you're not really versed in how this works, which a lot of DIY landlords are not, you've already burned through the best 2 weeks of visibility. So, you've shot yourself in the foot because you went for that, stretch goal, if you will. So when we list a property, we always want to list it at the highest rate we believe is still reasonable and defensible based on other comps, particularly comps that are getting a high number of contacts and applications. We don't ever want to use a comp listing that's been on the market for weeks and weeks and weeks and has low contact numbers and low application numbers. Don't consider those as comps. So list at the best rate you believe you can still book tours at. And if you don't book at least 2 or 3 tours in any given 7 day period, you know your price is too high. So you come down typically in $100 increments. So takeaway here is that don't go for a stretch goal when you initially lease or list a property, because you're gonna kill yourself in terms of wasting that freshness window, that new listing effect for those first 14 days. If you got any questions or need assistance leasing your property out, give us a call here, Whole Property Management Denver, 720-737-1373.